Hello, my name is Isaiah Washington, and I'm a campus student at Full Sail University, and this is my level, the sewer. So, right off the bat, a little information. The Scrapper, our main character here, has been sent to raise the dam and restore water to the bastion, as well as plug any toxic waste or sludge breaches they may find, like we see here. We also just passed one of my hazards, which is the C4 tripwire. If you run into it, it begins beeping and damages the player. The Scrapper is using debris to plug these pipes. Oh, and this is our second mechanic, the battery and console. The Scrapper must find 3 batteries, as it says there in the objectives, and to store enough power to raise the dam. Another little nuanced thing that I want to explain as well, every time you add a battery, lights come on in different parts of the sewer. So I really want to point that out. Unfortunately, you don't get to see it in action. Here, I added a continuous damage volume to kind of hurry along the player and give a sense of urgency so they don't linger too long with this jump/plugging puzzle. And this is also the practice area of my pipe plugging mechanic. This second battery collection would also be the practice of my console battery. Just because you have a little more dexterity involved with navigating this battery through, vault over barrels, these staircases, and whatnot. Alright, I really did want this sewer to be lived in because the lore behind it is a bandit organization took it over, closed the dam, cutting off the the water supply, and contaminated the sewer system as well. So I wanted to make it look like people had been here, things were brought in from the outside, and this was really turned into a bit of a bandit hideout. You can see all the toxic barrels, multiple crates and things. Now this is the beginning to my master room for the pipe plugging mechanic. As you can see, here's a large sludge pipe which needs multiple bits of debris to completely close off. I also really like the broken glass. It gives a very run-down, destitute look to everything, and also gives a nice line of sight to the next battery, so the player doesn't get confused in where his objective is. Our final large pipe here before we get on to placing the final battery. Not a lot of the ambient noises get pulled through into this video, so I just wanted to mention them here. So there's little drips that you can hear pretty clearly at times, and then when you get close to the actual main source of water where the dam is, there's running streams. I even also added a bit of bubbling through the sludge room as you go through, just to, different sounds associated with different areas and different parts of my level. And we have the final battery. There, we have enough power to raise the dam, and we can move on up out of here. Perfect. There we are. Objective complete, final journal note, and we are out. And on to the next level. And all right, we're out. Thank you very much. This has been Isaiah Washington.
Hello, my name is Marissa Cavazos. I'm an online student at Full Sail, and this is my level. The theme of the level is a water facility surrounded by toxic chemicals in the air, and the player has been sent to locate a working water pump to restore the water flow to the bastion. The player will have to use this wooden crate, set it into the fire, and then set it into the toxic cloud to get past it. Also, a breadcrumb will be present after each mechanic is accomplished. Next, we have a pressure pad, which is really simple. The player just has to locate an item to put on the pressure plate. In the first building, the player will have to locate a wooden box. Here he will also find some collectibles along the way. I wanted the player to feel like he was walking through the main office, also somewhere where the employees came to eat too. After locating the wooden box and setting it on fire, the player can now get past the toxic cloud that is blocking the exit to the building. Once the player is outside of the building, they will have to reach the roof. Here they can use some metal crates to get to the top. Once they reach the top, they will notice a collectible they have. The player just needs to get the wooden box, then set it into the fire, and put it into the toxic blue cloud again. In the second building, the player will have to locate a second pressure pad. The player's path through the building will be guided by light and the derbies on the floor. The player will have to maneuver their way to the pressure pad. When they locate the pressure pad, the player can then use the crate and whatever other item they choose to activate the pressure pad. Once outside of the building, the player will be faced with a toxic cloud again. In order to get to the wooden box, the player will have to use the pillars to their left. The player can rearrange them however they want to. When the toxic cloud has been destroyed, the player can then go into the shed. Here the player will find 3 collectibles. They will also find crates that can help them get over the broken bridge that they have to cross. Once they are able to get over the broken bridge, they will have to destroy another toxic cloud. It is critical that the player waits for the toxic cloud to be completely destroyed, or else they will lose health. Now the player is in building 3, with the 3rd pressure pad. The player will have to locate the pressure pad first, and then find 3 different items. There are exactly 3 crates in this building, but the player can choose to use 2 different other objects to activate the pressure pad. Once the pressure plate is activated, the player can then walk through the door and finally collect the working water pump. Once the player has the working water pump in their inventory, this level has been completed.
Hello everyone, my name is Michael Ozuna. I am an online student here at Full Sail, and this is my level. The theme here is an abandoned water plant, and you have been tasked by a bass from the bastion to retrieve some water filters to have clean water. So you see we have some pressure pads. The player must manipulate those, open doors. And right here we have them collecting control panel pieces and attaching them to the control panel. And each time a player will attach a piece, a new path should open up. We have some breadcrumbs, the journal entries there for the players to follow, also surrounded by lanterns to indicate to the player that they are on the right track in going to retrieve these water filters here. So I do have some lights throughout the level. I didn't want it too lit up because I still wanted to keep the illusion of the abandoned water plant. But I also did not want the player to just constantly wander in the darkness. So we have some light switches here, just some obstacles for the player. I wanted to keep things fresh as the player is going. You can't always have the same kind of obstacles that they have to go through here. So you see the player has collected the last two pieces of the control panel. And now that he or she can attach them to the control panel, they can make their way to the bottom sub-level to get the water filters here. So turning everything on here makes the guardrail fall, and the player is actually able to go down the water tank here to the final sub-level. And we have some broken glass scattered throughout the level for some damage volumes, so the player will have to watch out for that. Again, we have breadcrumbs here with the channel entry. We also have the lanterns just to let them know that you're on the right path. You're still going the way you're supposed to be going. A few more light switches to give the player visibility. Alright, and the water filters is just picked up by the player here, so the player will have to figure out how to open up this final door. So, one pressure pad will open up this closet door. The player can retrieve these water bottles. There's as many as they need on the pressure pad here to open up the final door here. And now the player has completed its task, his mission, to make his way back upstairs here. All the way back up. And I didn't want the player to backtrack, so I used each stairwell only once. So just kind of keep it fresh and the player doing something new. And now he has his water filters, and now he can go towards the exit. See the lantern still lighting his way.
Hello, my name is Kayla Collins, and I am a campus student, and I am the designer of this level. This level takes place in a poison-filled lab, and the objective of the level is to collect the medicine for the Bastion and cure his unknown element. The player starts the level by walking up to the door. The door clearly tells the player to press E to open. This is done so the player will know that E is the primary active key. This room is filled with many practical items. One of the journal entries found throughout the game. This is placed to let the player know they're on the right track. The player will press E on the canister and throw it at the vine. This allows the player to walk through the door and pick up the first vial. Once the player has picked up the vial, they will place it in the vial holder. This will turn the light above the door that is open green. This will let the player know that they can now open this door. Along the way, the player will pick up another journal entry. The player will then enter the hallway and select the next journal entry and walk through the door to Lab 1. Lab 1 is a room that is separated by a glass wall. On one side, there is a control station. On the other, there is a room with toxic gas. The player will pull a lever on the control station and turn on the fan. This will clear out the gas, allowing the player to open the door and pick up the second vial. The player will then walk back to the main lab and place the vial on the vial. The light above the door on the far right side of the room will turn green. The player will proceed to walk over to the next hallway. The hallway leading to Lab 2 contains another door that is locked by two sets of vines and the canisters for the player to activate and throw up their vines. The action will require using both canisters to fully remove the vines from the door. The player will then enter Lab 2. This is a larger room than Lab 1 and consists of two sets of glass walls, both holding toxic green gas. The player will need to, just like before, go up to the control station and pull the lever by pressing. To turn the fans on, the player can walk into the next room. This will be done for both rooms, and the player will make it to the end of the room. The player will then pick up another journal entry and then go through another door. It will then pick up the last vial and the vial holder. The green light above the middle door will light up, allowing the player to walk into the third and final lab. The player will be met with a large room separated by another glass wall. But in this case, the fans are on. but there is no way for the player to get through the giant vines that are blocking the way for it. The player must turn the fans off. Toxic gas will then fill the room, and the vines will be destroyed. The player will then turn the fan back on and walk to the canister that is right in front of the vault door. The player will then walk back and turn the fans back off. This causes explosion, and the player will turn the fans back on and walk to the now open vault room. The player will then collect the medicine and complete the objective. The player will need to walk outside the back door, move the crates out their way to get to the next level.
Hello everybody, this is Giovanni Penna. I am an online student, and the goal of this is to basically create an enhancer drug so we could mass produce an antidote, basically, or the medicine from the previous level, so we could basically cure all the bass that got sick from the water poisoning. So let's go ahead and jump right in there. Cool. Little simple introduction to the actual pressure plates. There's a couple of crates in the room, but any of them will work. Get that. Little journal entry breadcrumb there. Jump over here. Okay. Another pressure plate here. Got a couple of crates. Let's see how many we need. Alright, so we need one more. This is like an actual sample batch of that enhancer drug. So they go through a couple trials with it. Here's the other one. Smaller one. Oh. Go. And that's the first ingredient to make the enhancer drug. Actually, missed a little sample batch here. There we go. Alright, let's go up these stairs. Little darkness in there. Crouch down. Alright, now this is an introduction to the damage panels. So if you make contact with these, you pretty much immediately die. So just gotta be careful. Oh. Nice. Okay. Usually don't make that one. Go. We got that second ingredient. See another little breadcrumb over here. Let's get that. And while getting it, actually get access to low healing room elevator. So let's go down. A little more practice with the panels, but this time you get this damage crate that destroys them when it gets close. So let's see if we can make this. Nice. Little damage volume there. Got another collectible. Let's see if I can grab this a little better. Okay. Oh, no, it got me. Oh, wow. I'll be back here. That's interesting. Oh, good. Finesse this again. There we go. Jump back down. There we go. Oh, this is another ingredient. Let's get that. Now those are blocking our entrance. So let's get rid of them. There we go. Got that, and we need this to open the door. Oh, hopefully I don't die. Ah. Oh, wrong button. Crouch down. This is the hidden lab, so got another little sample batch here. Got another little journal entry. Scenic view. Scenic as it could get, a little murky. Another sample batch, and this is the final ingredient. Cool. So now we head on now over here. And we're blocked in. No! Not anymore. Alrighty. Cool. Let's go out, and that's the last journal entry. And that is my level, guys. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it.
My name is Andre Harris, and I am a campus student at Full Sail University. The goal of my level is to collect 6 missing journal entries that I have placed in it. The two mechanics that I incorporated in the level are both the usage of both pressure plates and mechanical levers, with the pressure plates being the first mechanic and the levers being the second mechanic. And now we will be grabbing our first journal entry and entering this warehouse that I had made. Now we're gonna open our second door for the pressure plate. As I get this last cube onto it. And there we go. And now we have come across our second journal entry. Coming across our last pressure plate for the level. Just push this last box on there. And our door should be open now. Now we've also come across our third journal entry in our first level. Our next journal entry should be some point in this hallway. With the lights behind it, it should help find our way through. And here's the fourth entry for our journal. And look, we've already found our fifth entry to the journal. Now we just need to climb up these stairs and we'll be on the way up. As soon as we climb up this last set of stairs, there's the top. And we've come to our last lever and door. And there's our final journal entry. Now what we have to do is just make our way down the stairs and cross the bridge to get to the bastion. Have a long walk all the way there, but that's sort of what we got. We made the bridge a little bit too long, but it's long enough to get to the bastion. And that was my level.